Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing the 90s Kids Survey tag. Now Ingrid from Miss Glamorazzi created this tag, and I wanted to do it because even though I was born in 1999, so right at the end, I just thought because I was born in the 90s and I don't even remember when I was born, that would be weird. But I thought I'd do all these questions because I thought the 90s was a great time. I absolutely loved all the TV shows. The kids' TV shows and music is not the same as it was back in, 90s, early 2000s. So I thought I'd do this. This is part one, and I'm also going to be doing part two if I can find the questions for it. So if you want to see what things I liked in the 90s, then keep on watching. Okay, so I've got the questions on my laptop, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. Okay, the first question is favourite TV show. My favourite TV show was The Tweenies. I absolutely loved The Tweenies. I used to live all day. I used to sit in front of the TV and watch The Tweenies. I mean, they were so cool. They came out in 1999. I just looked it up, so that was the year I was born. But I absolutely loved The Tweenies. And as I got older, I liked things like Blue's Clues and Bear in the Big Blue House. But I think The Tweenies was probably my ultimate favourite. Okay, favourite toy. My favourite toy was definitely my plastic kitchen. I had like the big kitchen with the, plastic food and the plastic cups and all of that stuff. My friend Sue, who I'm still friends with this day, she won't be watching this, but when I was really, really little, she bought me this duck, and it was like a cuddly duck. And I absolutely loved the duck. I used to cuddle it every night. And another one of my favourite toys is my teddy bear, which I don't know where he is right now, but his name is Scruff, and he's yellow. So either the duck, the kitchen, or Scruff were my favourites. Favourite commercial or advert? This is really weird. I don't think I remember many or even any, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. I rhymed there. Any toy commercials. I remember the Bassett's vitamins. Bassett's are the makers of the Jelly Babies, and they made like the Bassett's vitamin advert. I absolutely loved it. I think they were like for vitamin C and just keeping up. I thought they were sweets, but they were like the Jelly Baby people, and they used to bounce up and down. It's like vitamins, hip 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 hooray or something. I don't know. I looked for about 3 hours last year. I remembered it, and I looked for about 3 hours for it, and I could not find it. If I do find it, I'll link it in the drop down below, the down bar. But yeah, I loved Batman's vitamins. My dad said that I used to just sit there in front of the TV and laugh my bum off. He didn't actually say that, but I used to laugh my head off. Okay, so number 4. NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys, both being boy bands, neither. I am very, very picky with the boy bands that I like. I love One Direction and N-Dubz, even though there's one girl in that, but they're technically mostly a boy band. What was that? But my favourite band at the moment are actually back together at the moment. Their name is Five. They were a boy band, but I hated NSYNC, I hated the Backstreet Boys, still hate them, I don't like them at all. Weirdest fashion trend. I never wore it, but I did a review on this programme called The Big Reunion, which I'll link below, and a band called Bewitched are in The Big Reunion, you might even remember them, but they used to wear double denim, and that used to be the in thing in the 90s, early 2000s. I think double denim was like the sort of in thing. Okay, question number 6. Favourite collectibles. Now, this is as I got older, so I was about 5 or 6. It was 2007 or 2006 sort of time, when the whole football card trend came out, and we used to collect, I got an email. We used to collect shootouts. Hi everybody, all the boys that, yeah, I was pretty much the only girl that used to collect shootouts. I absolutely love them. I've still got my book. I didn't do the whole match attack thing. I didn't collect the match attacks. I had like 3 match attacks, and I support Arsenal, and when Thierry Henry used to play for Arsenal, I never ever got Thierry Henry when because he was with Arsenal when the shootouts were about, but I've still got my big yellow book of shootouts. I absolutely love them. I mean, Pokemon cards, I was never, you know, a big avid collector of Pokemon cards. I just never got it at all. Favourite Beanie Baby. My favourite Beanie Baby was a frog from TY Beanie Babies. I actually do have a TY toy here. I don't think I can get him out, but I don't know. He's a beaver anyway. Favourite game console. Favourite game console and game. When I was little, when I was about 4 or 5, even though this is not in the 90s, I used to have a PlayStation 1 or 2. And I only had one PlayStation game, and that was Finding Nemo. And it was the coolest thing ever. You used to have the control, and there was like these big bubble rings that you used to have to try and get Finding Nemo through the bubble rings. I used to think that was the coolest thing ever. We don't have that PlayStation anymore. Question number 10. Favourite Disney Channel or original movie? Favourite Disney Channel was definitely Playhouse Disney. Absolutely loved Playhouse Disney. I used to live to come home and watch Playhouse Disney. But favourite Disney Channel original movie was probably the Winnie the Pooh first movie. I had it on VHS, like the videos. That was definitely my favourite, the Winnie the Pooh original. I absolutely loved it, but now he's all animated and it just doesn't have that 90s element to it anymore. Okay, number 11, favourite music artist. My favourite music artists, they're a band, were S Club 7. Absolutely love them. There is rumours that there's going to be a second series of the big reunion and S Club are going to be reunited. I'm probably going to be the most excited person ever because I still have S Club on my iPod, on my phone. I absolutely love them. But my favourite music artist at the moment was from the 90s, so that was my favourite then, but now 5, oh my god, 5, hands down, best boy band ever. Okay, number 12. Favourite Nick Jr. show. My favourite Nick Jr. show was You Do Too. It's not on anymore. And it was about like postman and like they had this You Do Too post bag. You do too, cards and letters, pictures too. That was so cool. And another favourite was Blue's Clues. And Kevin, who was the real person, apart from all the animated people on Blue's Clues, actually appeared on You Do Too with the kangaroo and the post lady and everything, and I loved that episode. Favourite candy, 90s candy. My favourite 90s candy was the, I don't know how to describe them, they were like these, it was coloured popcorn. And they don't do that anymore, but I absolutely loved coloured popcorn. And I used to get Tweeny's lollipops, like chocolate lollipops with like Tweeny's faces on them. Oh my god, absolutely love those. And I'm going to kind of add another sort of like thing, 90s cereal. Oh my god, 90s cereal. They had Winnie the Pooh cereal. I absolutely loved it. It had like strawberry, like Piglet, you know, Piglet the pig, and they used to have like strawberry piglets. Oh my god, absolutely loved it. Number 14, favourite game, board game, school game, etc. My favourite game was a baby toy, and it had like a Helter Skelter with like a frog and like balls, and you used to have to put them down ramps and everything. It was so cool. My grandma got it for me from Mothercare, and I played with it till I was about 7. We're going a bit intimate in this video, aren't we? But I absolutely loved it, and the frog that came with like the Helter Skelter thing, I put it up my dad's hi-fi, like the CD player speakers, you know, that they used to have like bulky speakers in the 90s, early 2000s. I put that up my dad's speaker. I don't remember doing it. I just think that just is the cutest thing ever looking back on it. Okay, number 15, favourite McDonald's Happy Meal toy. Favourite, the Hoobs, which is another TV show. I used to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning when I was about 2 or 3 to watch the Hoobs. I got a Hubba Bubba. Hubba, that's the name of a chewing gum. Hubba Hubba, who was the blue toy with the pointy ears, and it was like a key ring. Absolutely loved it. Favourite book. My favourite book was Postman Pat Goes to the Dentist. My nan used to read it to me every time I used to stay at her house. I absolutely love that book. Yeah. Favourite clothing store? I'm not even going to kind of have an answer for this question. I did not care what clothing store. I mean, when you're like 2 or 3, you don't care what clothing store you go to, really. You just kind of just let your mum choose your clothes for you. Number 18. What would you watch when you got home from school? I used to go to my this is when I was at preschool. So I'll start off with preschool and then move on to primary school. This is a really, really long video. I used to stay with my grandma and granddad all the time before my granddad died. And even after my granddad died, when me and my grandma had this really, really close bond and stuff, we still do, but if you know what I mean. I used to come home from preschool, this is when my granddad was still around, and I used to live to watch The Magic Key, which was about... So I'm sorry my camera died, but I was just saying that I used to watch The Magic Key, and as I got older I used to come home and watch Horrid Henry, which was on at 4 o'clock and everything like that. I hope you enjoyed my 90s TV sort of like survey thing, and please leave a video response if you were born in the 90s, I'd love to know. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.